especially with the crew I have, there's constant opportunities to discuss, and not putting a cap on it as far as, okay, that's the answer, the end, next topic. Leaving it open, and, you know, like even when one of the students said, or what I heard was, you're asking that because you feel X, Y, and Z, and that's not how you should feel. And that's not what I'm saying at all. And if I put out how I feel, especially immediately, it ends everything for a lot of kids because they're not going to feel comfortable. So just providing a comfortable space where anyone's answer can be shared is important. And I also like for them to work together. They did a lot of that with the poster and so forth. And when they were finishing up their CNN activity, discussing which of these news stories seemed the most relevant to me, what's the argument, and a lot of times it was easy for them to know what their argument was. But even one student readily admitted, it's hard for me to think of the counter argument. And then what I think they're saying is, it's hard for me to imagine that. I mean, because how could there be any counter argument to that? But there can be, and we need to be willing to hear it, respect it, all understand the fact that it exists. So I think that also hopefully will encourage them to be increasingly open to diverse perspectives. Or at least being aware of them, whether they agree or disagree. We are going to look at counter arguments in your essays. I want you to Miami Campus. I want you to go to the brainstorm on Miami Campus. I want you to find one research topic, somebody else's, not yours. One research topic that seems like it has potential to be global. And I want you to respond to them with a counter argument. Maybe you want to do it with somebody who's in this class. And then, so De'Erica might say, oh, I didn't consider that. I need to address that in my research paper. Covers. Shall we do an example together?
Yeah.
Anywho, her argument is, thousands of people's lives are getting cut short, so security systems need to be stronger. And we need to be more strict at checking people for weapons. And we also need to look further into why people are purchasing these weapons or the materials that could create these weapons. What could be a counter argument to anything that she typed at the bottom of her brainstorm? What might someone who disagrees with her say? Right.
We had therapy. They have you didn't do the right thing. You didn't store of relevant to
I don't mean to disturb.
but didn't want to give back.
Alright, take one last
But they wasn't here, they was in prison. So now they back, they can do bad stuff.
The hurdle is going to be, what are some comments you often hear Americans say?
Freedom. About patriotism.
So maybe, now you're going to create your own wordle, but some of the words might have to do with freedom, patriotism. However, I want you to have two. One that might have kind of some of the positive things you hear people say. And other things might be what are kind of negative, like just blow them up. Okay, that's what y'all are saying. Saying it could arguably be negative. It's your opinion, but you might. I heard a lot of like them this quarter, us. We. Maybe you go over here. Maybe.
Okay, you have to say, you have to spell it.
Is there a D for drink? 2 minutes.
Diversity, we said diversity.
So the idea here is, let's look at both sides of the coin. What are some things that you're saying, that you've been saying this quarter? Is one better than the other? Does it depend? Should we be a little more aware of what we're saying?
No.
I don't know. So, does anybody want to go up to represent him? You are allowed to respectfully interject if you can handle it. For example, while Keithan is talking, I may say, excuse me, Keithan, I would like for you to elaborate on, have we been saying the word indifferent, or do you feel like we're indifferent? Why do you say that? Okay, that's what you may do. I modeled it for you. I expect you to follow that model. I believe in you.
We put indifferent. Wait, no, first we put don't care. Then we put IDK for I don't know. Bombs, nonchalant as in the feeling. Media.
Wait, I have a question. Is media negative?
Like one previous class session we had, we was talking about the photographs and how depending on the angle and the situation, it
Yes.
can make the whole thing look wrong.
Oh, it could be misleading.
But could it be argued that can also make it look positive?
Yes, that's why I did
Okay.
Do you think most teenagers know about some of the global issues we
No.
discussed through?
No.
Is that a problem?
Yeah,
In
not
a way or
really.
not really?
Not really. It depends on